This is the 1 month maceration update for Leonie Intense by Maison Alhambra. Main accords are vanilla, white floral, citrus, amber, lavender, sweet, powdery, fruity, aromatic, and woody. Top notes are lavender, tangerine, blackcurrant, and petitgrain. Middle notes are lavender, jasmine, and orange blossom. Base notes are Madagascar vanilla, amber, cedar, and musk. So the way I macerate my fragrances is as soon as I get it, I will spray the atomizer completely full until it doesn't move anymore, completely pressed down 15 times. That's 1 to 5. I usually use a cloth to do that because I document everything, and I'm experimenting into this whole process to see how long it takes for each bottle to get into the specific smell that would be very beautiful for me. So for this one, and for that, I do it once a month, and the reason that I pick once a month is because I did try something more frequently and it did not work for me. And I do not see the big difference in regards to the process or the progression in the maceration process and doing it more frequently than once a month. So I am sticking with once a month 15 times, and that's that. So let's move on. This is very beautiful with a strong alcohol smell. Disappointed in that part. 2 to 3 minutes, alcohol is slowly dissipating, however, it's still quite strong. It smells exactly like My Libre Intense by Yves Saint Laurent. If there is any difference, it's, I would say, 1% or less or none. Mine is older than this, so it has macerated more. It has more time. So it does smell slightly different. However, I do remember the first time I sprayed mine in the bottle, and it is this. Sweet, however, not gourmand sweet. The sweetness is very intriguing, elegant, sophisticated, and sexy. So the sweetness truly does come from the mixture of the Madagascar vanilla, the orange blossom, the tangerine, the jasmine in there, and that's the beauty of Leonie Intense, and that's also the same beauty that made me fall in love with Libre Intense. And I wasn't really sure if they would, if I was skeptical. Let's just say that because I really love my Libre Intense by Yves Saint Laurent. So yeah. This is very elegant, sophisticated, and sexy, complex, and confidence in a bottle. The lavender somewhat elevates the other notes where it's there, however, is very pleasant. Just a little bit of story time. I'm not big on lavender fragrances. The first one that really got me into being open with lavender and vanilla is Mon Galant. That's one of my basics. And I believe I got Bearberry Goddess and Libre Intense at the same time. And the first time I had my bottle, it didn't last very long. It kind of smelled like this. Actually, not as good at the time, or about the same, and very alcohol-y, and lasted about 2 hours on me. Was kind of disappointed with that. But I do know what maceration is, so I was quite hopeful. Because the lavender can be quite off-putting to a lot of people if you don't associate with anything positive. And I do believe that's majority in the U.S. market because we have been we have been saturated so much in regards to lavender, and we associate it so much with fabric softeners, bath salts, things like that, like really very generic basic. So a lot of times it can be quite off-putting, or candles, or what else am I thinking of? I can't remember, but it's never been like celebrated the way other cultures do. and it could be like really strong and pungent because lavender is pretty strong. For some people, it could be off-putting. However, with this one, the way this is just made, the complexity of it, it's pretty. In the beginning, I you know, being honest about that, is it can be off-putting to a lot of people. Give it a little bit of time, and if you get to the point where it starts to become really pretty and beautiful for you, I'm just going to let you know that the more time that passes, that lavender there is going to be softer. That's my personal experience. And I'm basing that on Libre Intense. I'm basing it on Montgalant, also in Bearberry, because all those three have lavender in there. And this can be an everyday fragrance. I've worn this during the day, I've worn this during at night, and it's just, it's so beautiful. I mean, I'm talking about Libre Intense. Depending on the occasion, just make sure you know how much you're gonna wear. And this is actually more potent than my Libre Intense. So just be very careful. This is very strong. 5 to 6 minutes, alcohol is gone, and left with this sophisticated, classy, elegant, sexy, non-gourmand sweet with the sweetness of the orange blossoms as well. This is dense, however, not thick nor syrupy, airy, airy even, and very beautiful. So just to let you know that the beautiful parts of this, it's somewhat in the same pace as my Libre Intense. The difference is that this alone has lasted on the clean cloth for 1 to 2 weeks. When I had my Libre Intense, sprayed it first day, and of course 30-day check, and it wasn't even as good as this one. It is now because I've had it for almost a year, I think, and I've used it a lot. However, yeah, so I'm so impressed by Maison Alhambra now. Like, if they're doing inspired by that are actually 1-to-1 dupes and clones, it's incredible, because Athena, that is Goddess by Burberry Eau de Parfum. There's very few things that are not included, and they swapped it with the tangerine. When I sprayed it on myself, it is 100% Goddess. Like, those little, like, tiny little bits, gone. And if someone's gonna smell that on you when you're wearing it, Goddess. If someone's gonna spray that on a piece of paper or a cloth, you might be able to tell the difference. And here's the thing: when you spray fragrances on yourself, especially when it's like this, if it's Maison Alhambra version, there is no telling the difference. It's going to be like 1-to-1 from my minimal experience. So this is the same too. I believe my Libre Intense was about maybe month 2, 3, or 4 when it was like this. When it was this, I take it back, because it doesn't really even last. Around that time, it didn't even last this long, and I would spray it on my clothing. So I'm talking about the complexity of the fragrance and how beautiful the fragrance is. All of that. This is just a stronger version. And also in the very beginning, I would say first 3 months that I have my Libre Intense, it was a bit sharp. And I think it's due to the lavender, the alcohol, and I don't know, it could be the black currant in there. Because I do believe that their notes are very similar, if not identical. And yeah. So if you love your Libre Intense and you don't want to, overpay again, check this out. I'm telling you. I mean, I have a backup of my Libre Intense that has been macerating since last year. So when my current one is done, that's gonna be like disgustingly delicious and intoxicating. So that's what I'm expecting it to be. But like, if this is gonna be like super great, I don't know if I would even get a third one from that one. Also, yeah, initially for my Leave Intense, I also didn't wear it for the first few months. I would just test it for the maceration because it was really like, ugh, the lavender and the alcohol was really kind of strong for me first. Yeah, so this is really like completely one to one in my opinion. If you have any questions, anything else you want to talk about, anything, let me know down in the comment section. Thank you everyone for the love and support. You have no idea how you mean to me. I appreciate every single one of you. And if you want to share, what is your fragrance of the day? What is your current favorite? Or what is your current lineup? So, yeah. Have a great day. Always smell great. Stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy. I love you. Have a great day.